Peace family, it's January 16th, 2017, according to the calendar. I'd like to say Shalom to Israel, to the Muslims, Assalamu alaikum, to everybody else, God bless, peace, and I'm here today to give you some information, okay? Because I'm a firm believer that we all must fight for our rights, because if you don't fight for your rights, you lose them. And I'm not showing my face here today, not out of paranoia, but because for those of you who know me, you already know that I am naturally a private person, and I would like to maintain my sense of privacy, a little bit I have anyway. So with that being said, we're going to discuss something really briefly that we must fight for. Now, I'm talking about the right to travel. Many of us, we want to have our card, so we become what's called drivers. Now, the word driver is something that we are led to believe applies to all of us. But the reality of the situation is a driver, according to Black's Laws Dictionary, is one who conducts commerce on the highway. And commerce, meaning cab driver, bus driver, truck driver, one who's being paid to travel from point A to point B. Now, naturally, most of us aren't doing that. We are not paid to travel. You're either going to school, you're going to work, you're going to pick up your children from school, whatever the case is. So, by paying for a license to maintain that license, you're going to pay for it. You're going to register your motor vehicle. These are all terms that are used that to them means something different. DMV means something different to them. And if we all knew this information, they would pretty much be out of business. Insurance, paying $200, $300, some people even pay up to $500 a month for insurance. You know, me, I'm finished with this. I'm done. So, now, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I do not offer legal advice. If you are looking for legal advice, seek an attorney and please be advised. If you choose to implement any of this, this is your will and your will only. And if you fall flat on your face, that is on you because you did not study and research everything correctly. Do not take my word for it. What I'm going to give you, you research it thoroughly. Do not take anything for face value. With that being said, I'm going to go into it. This article is an article on freedomriver.wordpress.com/right to travel. Now, this article was written by a retired Phoenix police officer by the name of Jack McLamb. It describes our right to travel. And I'm going to read it briefly. I'm not going to get into it too deeply because not to be insulting, but a lot of people don't have an attention span for this. They get distracted. The right to travel. Despite actions of police and local courts, higher courts have ruled that the American citizens have right to travel without state permits. For years, professionals within the criminal justice system have acted on belief that traveling by motor vehicle was a privilege that was given to citizens only after approval by their state government in the form of a permit or license to drive. In other words, the individual must be granted the privilege before his or her use on state highways was considered legal. Legislators, police officers, court officials are becoming aware that there are court decisions that disprove the belief that the belief that driving is a privilege and therefore requires government approval in the form of a license. As you know, like I said before, a lot of people believe that they're drivers. If you're not being paid to use your car, you're not a driver, you're simply a traveler. Understand that. Now, with that being said, Don't take my word for it. What I'm saying is according to this evidence, which is the Supreme Court cases that I have, and I have them to cite. And as you know, the Supreme Court cases are federal cases. And if you don't know this, for your entertainment and education, Supreme Court federal trumps state law. Federal trumps state. No pun intended. It just trumps it. Now, here are some cases that support what I'm telling you. Case 1. The use of the highway for the purpose of travel and transportation is not a mere privilege, but a common fundamental right on which the public and individuals cannot rightfully be deprived. Chicago Motor Coach vs. Chicago 169 NE 221. That's just one of the cases. Okay, case 2. The right of a citizen to travel upon public highways and to transport his or her property therein, either by carriage or by automobile, is not a mere privilege which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common law right which he or she has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thompson v. Smith, 154 SE 579. Now, ask yourself this. If it's my right to travel, why do I get pulled over, and why am I arrested for a suspended license? Why am I harassed? Because they ask me if you have a license and you say you don't have one, they pull you out of the car, snatch you up, and lock you the hell up. Study the law. Case 3. The right to travel is a part of a liberty of which a citizen cannot be deprived without due process of law under the Fifth Amendment. Kent v. Duels, 357 U.S. 116125. The right to travel. Case 4. Right to travel is a well-established common right that does not owe its existence to the federal government. It is recognized by the courts as a natural right. Schnackman v. Duels 96 APP DC 287225 F2D 938 at 941. Now I can go on and on about this, but there's several cases here, okay? And these are supported by the Constitution. Furthermore, the Constitution does not give you your rights. It only verifies and clarifies the rights that are given to you by your Creator. Understand this. These laws, or what they call laws, are actually fictions of the mind and used for mind control over you. And they use these licenses that you must ask for permission for them. Now, I'm not saying it's not good to get a license and learn the highways and the byways and how things operate. But to continue to pay fees, registration fees, high insurance rates, and then your license gets suspended for, you know, a speeding ticket or whatever the case is, and they tell you can't travel or you can't drive, no one's going to tell me that, because you're not my creator. Furthermore, the claim and exercise of a constitutional right cannot be converted into a crime. Miller v. U.S. 230 F486 at 489. Now, what I'm giving you is a brief synopsis. You can check out the whole article by yourself. You can look into the cases and enlighten yourself and enlighten others. Because, honestly, it would be selfish for me to study all of this and to learn this and not share it. What is the purpose of that? My purpose is to educate. Therefore, we can heal the planet together. I'm just a man. I can't do it by myself. Peace, y'all.